Yo, what's good, y'all? We back with another video discussing this game one of the NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. And let's just say it was a good game. It was a pretty good game. I think the score doesn't reflect how good the game was, but all in all, it was a pretty good game. Starting off, first quarter, Steph Curry goes off, has 21 points, 6 3-pointers. I think he was like 6 of 8 from 3 in the first. And that was partly due to the fact Boston's defense in the first, especially their pick and roll defense, was atrocious. You had Marcus Smart getting hit by screens, and then Robert Williams or whoever was guarding the big on the possession was just playing drop coverage, leaving Steph Curry, the greatest three-point shooter ever, to take wide open three-pointers. And he was hitting all of them. He was not missing from three. But what impressed me was the fact that Boston was able to hang in there and keep the game really close even after that first, because usually we all know, especially with Golden State, that when Golden State, if they throw that first punch in the first quarter and they go for the kill quick, usually teams fold. But Boston didn't fold. They hung in there, kept the game really close. Second quarter came, Boston and Golden State were going back and forth. Boston pulls and takes the lead going into halftime. They're up by like 2 or 4 heading into half, and it's a solid game because of the fact Steph Curry went off, didn't have a great second quarter, but Steph Curry goes off in the first. Jason Tatum is struggling to hit any type of shot. He's doing the little things, but he's struggling to score, and you're winning going into halftime. So that's huge right there. And then you go into the third quarter, and Golden State, usually a great third quarter team. Golden State always has been a great third quarter team, even when they had KD, and the years before they had KD, they just are always great in the third. They go out there and they go crazy in the third quarter. Andre Iguodala hits a 3 last second and they go up 14. Mind you, all this is going on. You know, it's like a 3-point barrage in the third quarter for Golden State, it felt like, because Otto Porter hit a 3, and then like I said before, Iguodala hits a 3. You obviously got Klay Thompson. He's starting to hit some shots now. He has a pretty good game going right now. And then Golden State looks like, all right, they're going to pull away and they're going to win this game. But nope. In that fourth quarter, I don't know what happened. I don't know what even went wrong for Golden State. I don't know what happened in the huddle for Boston, because like I said in the third quarter, Golden State had a barrage of threes. No. Boston had a barrage of threes in that fourth. I don't know what happened, but they were going crazy. The first 7 threes Boston took in the fourth quarter, they hit all 7 of them. But Al Horford and Derrick White were having the performances of their life, it felt like, because they were not missing in the fourth quarter. They both had good games prior to the fourth. They had nice little games going on, but it was quiet. It was a quiet, good little game. But man, they went off in the fourth. And Jaylen Brown was actually the main guy who started the fourth quarter run for Boston. He really started to get things going. He had double-digit points in the fourth. And Golden State couldn't survive. They could not survive because they went a whole stretch for about 4 to 4.5, maybe even 5. I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, you could correct me on that. But they went a whole stretch where they could not score a point. And that just goes to show how great Boston's defense is, why they were the best defense in the NBA, and why they're one of the best defenses to ever not play the game, but one of the best defenses to ever play in the past decade, you could say. Because they went out there and they shut a great Golden State offensive team down. Steph Curry was not getting those looks like that. He finished the game with 30-something points. Mind you, he had 21 in the first. Klay Thompson had a solid game. Wasn't explosive game, but had a nice little, showing. Draymond Green was probably the biggest L for the Warriors because he didn't do nothing. He pretty much didn't do nothing. I mean, he did solid defensively, I guess, like he always does. But offensively, I don't know where he was at. He couldn't hit no shots. I mean, I know he's not a scorer by any means. He's there to play make and do his role. But he wasn't even doing that to a great level. He was doing all right. And it was a bad game. It was a bad game for Draymond Green. Let's just say that. He was missing. He was taking these floaters. He was missing. It was bad. It was a bad game. But I expect him to bounce back and do what he always does. Have his nice little impact on the game. Andrew Wiggins had a solid game as well. It's not like the Warriors played horrible. They didn't even play that bad. It's just Boston went so crazy in the fourth quarter that they couldn't recover. And Boston was feeling it so much on offense that it was like inspiring their defense to play even harder, because they were like, all right, we got them on the ropes. Let's go. And they were locking them up. And that's pretty much what happened. Al Horford and Derrick White get the MVPs or co-MVPs for this game because they made up for Jason Tatum's lack of scoring. And it's not even that Jason Tatum had a bad game, because to be honest, he had a pretty solid game for a guy that only scored about 12 points if I'm not mistaken. He had like 12 points. So that's a solid game for him because he had 13 assists. He was playmaking, he was doing all the right things, and the Boston Celtics played a whole team effort. You know, you had Al Horford with 26, Marcus Smart with 18, Derrick White with 21, Brown with 24, Tatum had his 12 and 13, and they won. That's exactly what you want if you're Ime Udoka. Your best player doesn't even have a great shooting night, and they go out there and win by double digits against one of the league's best teams. That's an impressive win. And now game 2, I expect Golden State to come back and win that game. I don't expect, Golden State to lose 2 home games in a row. But now it pretty much locks the series to the point where it's pretty much guaranteed, in my opinion, that it goes back to Golden State in game 5, 2-2. Because I don't think Boston loses both games at home. So we're going to have a pretty good series here. This was a big one for Boston. And I think this series has the makings to be a great series. I still got Golden State winning, but that was an impressive showing by the Boston Celtics. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Link will be down in the description below. This has been the Checkup, where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.